How you doing, guys? So today I'm going to be bringing my top 10 fragrances that I like to wear at work. So I work in an office environment, so I need fragrance that will last the 8 hours of the day, and I want a fragrance that will make me smell nice, but not project massively that people would be offended. For me, you want to wear a fragrance that is safe, but quite suited for work as well. For example, I wouldn't wear D&G's The One at work. It's a very safe fragrance, it's very likable for me, but that fragrance really suits like a romantic or a date type of a setting. It's a very casual fragrance. For me, when I wear a fragrance, it kind of puts you in a mood. It gives you that level of confidence that you smell good. But essentially, say for example, I was wearing Terre de Hermes. Now, Terre de Hermes for me smells incredibly classy. And when I wear that, I love to wear it when I go to a formal event, let's say a dinner. It just puts you in that mood. You want to wear something that puts you in the mood and gets you ready for that working day. So starting off at number 10 is Lacoste Essential. Now, Lacoste Essential is probably one of the most underrated fragrances out there. This fragrance doesn't get a lot of attention in the community, um, but trust me, guys, you want to go out and test this. It's one of my favorite fragrances. It's very likable. It's an incredibly green fragrance. You get a lot of bergamot and a lot of tomato leaf from this fragrance. Projection wise, it's okay, it's quite average, but it's not going to offend anyone either. Longevity wise, you get about 6 to 7 hours, so it does last for duration of your working day. Fantastic fragrance. That's Lacoste at number 10. Alright, guys, number 9 on the list is a fragrance I've already reviewed on my channel, and that is Gucci's Pour Homme 2. Now, this fragrance is incredibly soothing, a very calming fragrance. Contains a lot of black tea being the main note, but you also get a lot of cinnamon, a lot of tobacco leaf and pimento. Initially, you get a bit of blast of bergamot as well, which only really lasts for a few minutes, and then you're down to the dry down. A beautiful, gorgeous scent. Longevity wise, I get about 8 hours with this fragrance, so longevity is excellent. A lot of people do get performance issues with this fragrance. For me, it's a beautiful scent. I think the only negative you can give it is the projection. It is quite a skin scent, but for me, as a work scent, it works really well. That is Gucci's Pour Homme 2 at number 9. Alright, guys, the eighth fragrance on my list is one of my favorite fragrances. When I first started wearing fragrances, I went into this big department store here in my city, and I was starting testing out loads of fragrances, and this fragrance really caught my attention. It was this fragrance and D&G's The One. I love this fragrance, one of my favorite fragrances. At number 8 of my work fragrances, it is L'Eau de Pour Homme by Issey Miyake. L'Eau de for me is just so beautiful, so likable, very striking and bold. You get you a lot of attention for a fresh scent. The longevity is fantastic. Projection is beautiful. Essentially this fragrance is a mix between some florals and citruses. A beautiful, gorgeous scent. A lot of yuzu, a lot of lemon, bergamot, a lot of florals. It's just a fantastic, likable scent. That is L'Eau de Pour Homme by Issey Miyake. Alright, guys, number 7 on my list. If you've been watching my videos, you'll probably know that I love this fragrance, and that's L'Homme by YSL. It works really well as a work scent. It's a very smooth, spicy fragrance, a lot of citruses in there as well. Has notes of bergamot, ginger, spices, a lot of tonka bean as well, which gives it that smooth edge. Love this fragrance, very versatile. Has very good, decent longevity and decent projection. Works really well as a work scent due to the fact that it's very likable, very inoffensive as well. And that it's L'Homme by YSL. Number 6 on my list is a very classic fragrance, and that is Dior Homme by Christian Dior. Now, a lot of people complain about this fragrance, saying that it's quite feminine. For me, I don't get any of that. The iris note, a lot of people make a lot of criticisms about this fragrance. For me, the iris note is not that prominent. For me, I get a lot of cocoa, to be fair. I enjoy this more than the Dior Homme Intense version. I think this works better on my skin. Uh, Essentially, works really well as a formal scent, but I like to wear this at work. And that is Dior Homme by Christian Dior. The longevity is very good. I get about 10 hours. Projection wise is okay. You get average projection, but it works well as a work scent. That's Dior Homme by Christian Dior. Moving on to number 5 is another classic fragrance. and that is a flanker to the original Chanel Allure, and that is Chanel's Allure Edition Blanche. Now, this is essentially like a lemon zest that you get on a cake. It smells very uh, zesty, very striking citrus scent. In the dry down, it becomes incredibly classy, lovely, beautiful scent. Works incredibly well as a work scent. Longevity wise, is okay. Projection is very good. Love this scent. Fantastic for those summer months, and that is Chanel's Allure Edition Blanche. Number 4 is probably my favorite fragrance from the Terry Mugler line, and that is Mugler Cologne. This, again, such an underrated fragrance. Not a lot of people talk about this fragrance. For me, it's probably their best fragrance, Terry Mugler. Now they've got a lot of good fragrances. They've got the original Amen, Pure Havana, Pure Leather, Pure Malt being a very popular one. For me, this is probably their best fragrance, if I'm being honest. Incredibly green, soapy fragrance, has a lot of neroli, bergamot, lovely, beautiful scent. Very, very likable. You're going to smell nice and clean at work at all times. Essentially, when you wear this fragrance, it's like you've just stepped out of the shower. You know that fresh, clean smelling feel? You're going to be smelling nice and clean all day. The longevity of a fresh scent for this is just fantastic. It lasts the whole entire day. Projection is great. I love the scent. That is Mugler Cologne by Terry Mugler. And number 3 is probably, in my eyes, a beautiful, great signature scent, and that is Boss Bottled. Boss Bottled essentially smells a lot like apple pie in the opening, but has a lot of spicy and woody notes in there as well. Beautiful scent. A lot of apple being the prominent note in this fragrance. Very likable, fantastic longevity, very good projection as a work scent. Beautiful. Check this out. That is Boss Bottled by Hugo Boss. Alright guys, we're down to the final 2. Now number 2 on my list is a fragrance with a lot of citruses and spices. This scent invokes a lot of masculinity and confidence, and that is Dolce & Gabbana's Pour Homme. This is a beautiful, fantastic scent. Lasts about 10 hours, has very good projection as well. Essentially, it's a lavender-based fragrance with a lot of tobacco in there and a lot of spices. You get a lot of black pepper and a lot of citruses as well. For a citrus-based fragrance, this works really well in the cooler months rather than the summer months. I see it working best in the spring and the fall. Fantastic, beautiful scent for a work setting. Just invokes a lot of confidence and a lot of masculinity. Fantastic. That is Dolce & Gabbana's Pour Homme. Now number 1. Alright guys, number 1 on my list is a fantastic, beautiful, classic fragrance. Absolutely, quintessentially, in my opinion, the best work fragrance of all time. And that is Taylor Hermes by Hermes. Fantastic fragrance. A lot of orange in there, a lot of vetiver. It's essentially like an earthy orange fragrance. You get this dirty orange vibe in this fragrance as well, but it's a very likable dirty orange vibe. It's a beautiful scent. Please do check this one out. That's Taylor Hermes by Hermes. Alright guys, thank you for watching my video. That was my top 10 office scents. If you guys have any suggestions of any videos you'd like to see on my channel, any reviews, please comment below and I'll try and get them out for you. But anyways, until next time, see you later guys.